Hey, what is happening, you gold greedent that got graded as a 1? Today I'm sharing with you my favorite Lost Zone deck so far, and what might actually be the best Lost Zone deck to come out of Lost Origin, and that is the single prize box Lost Zone deck. So my build here heavily focused around attacking with Cramorant early, but we got some late game and mid game attackers in the Radiant Charizard to help close out games, and the Sableye with the Lost Mine, which is just such a sick attack. When we have 10 cards in our Lost Zone, we can put 12 damage counters for 1 psychic energy wherever we want. Of course, relying heavily on the Lost Zone engine with the Courses Experiment and the Comfies and all that jazz. But the deck is just super sick, and I can't wait to share with you guys. So, yeah, before we get into some gameplay, and I do that, if you guys want to see some more gameplay from me with this deck, check out the secondary YouTube channel, AzulGG2. I've been uploading a ton of content over there, daily almost. Just a bunch of the best games from the live stream are going up over there. So if you just want to catch some more content from me, with some of the best games, with some of the best decks, check that out. And if you want to catch more content than that from me as well, check out the live stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. Links for both those will be in the description below, as well as a link to another channel here on YouTube where I'm uploading the VODs from live streams. So if you can't catch the live streams, but you want to catch more content from me, check out AzulGG VODs, where I upload the VODs from the live streams over here on YouTube to make it a little bit easier for you guys to access them and watch them and catch all that gameplay from me. So let's go ahead, let's get into some gameplay, and I'll show you guys how this crazy deck works. Won the coin flip, but the reason I love this deck is we always get to go what we want to go, because we actually prefer to go second with this deck. We actually don't want to go first. Prefer to go second. Can we get off that turn 1 attack with a Spit Innocently? We're up against a Palkia deck here. What kind of Palkia deck, I guess we'll find out shortly. Some kind of Palkia deck, that's for sure. Palkia, Ninja, probably just the good old Palkia Inteleon. So we are going to kind of need our Manaphy in this matchup, unfortunately. We don't love putting Manaphy in play. Kind of feels useless at times, but sometimes you kind of need it because your opponent is kind of playing Palkia V-Star. So we almost have the attack set up in the hand. We got the Courses Experiment, got the net, got the switching cart, or switch cart, my bad. Eyeing up another Palkia here, actually. Interesting. Maybe it is a more aggressive build. Maybe they're not playing the Inteleon. We'll see here. Yeah, but not getting a Sobble is definitely curious. Indeed. Maybe just feeling like a Palkia type of day for them? I don't know. Net on the Greninja. They're digging deep with this Ninja already on the first turn. Yeah, please, Manaphy, do not be prized. Please don't be prized, Manaphy. If it is prized, we could always just leave one Comfy in play. That still allows them to like go Goon Ping, KO Cramorant, plus KO something else. So yeah, really hoping. Heavy Ball, though, usually means the Inteleon build. We'll see if they get a Sobble out of this or anything. Yeah, there's the Sobble. Okay. As expected, Inteleon build of the Palkia V-Star deck. Nothing crazy. Nothing really wild, to be honest. Let's see if we can actually pull off. We're going to start with the Courses Experiment. Like I said, Prey R. Ooh, what's a good one? Whoa. Charizard, Comfy. Actually, we might just get Charizard, Comfy, Articuno here. Looks like a solid squad to me. Triple poke. Why not? Love the squad. Let's get them. Comfy. Manaphy on this one. I'm going to go ahead and bench a Comfy. Switch card into Comfy. And with that, Flower Selecting. I kind of like the Pokegear a little bit more here, I think. Yeah, favor that. Net reset this Comfy, and we got off the turn 1 attack already, but what more could we get possibly? Not gonna go with the Experiment. Super important to getting going, staying going. Kuno, retreat, and a big swing with the Spit Innocently. Didn't get another, didn't get another VIP pass or another Cramorant in play, which would have been nice, to be honest, but we can survive with just the one Cram in play now. Maybe I should prioritize the Quick Ball over. Yeah, maybe I should prioritize the quick Ball there, because we do need to get out of Cramorant next turn. That is pretty important to find another Cramorant. We don't have a ton of ways to find Cramorants, to be honest. We got Fog Crystals, and we got Quick Balls. I mean, we have a decent amount of ways to find stuff. Just like, it doesn't feel like it's actually that many ways to find Pokemon. Like, we're pretty reliant on hitting like a VIP pass turn 1 to get our initial board state set up and everything like that. Gonna get Marnie here. Supporters to the bottom. Hopefully we can piece together another draw supporter here, or just getting a Cram here, to be honest, would be pretty good. Like, I would settle for that. Okay, this is actually a pretty good hand. We've got a decent amount of Flower Selectings could be selected. And we got a Cram. So we'll get a couple, we'll see at least 5 cards this turn, that's a decent amount of cards, to be honest. We'll go Flower Selecting, could even get another card depending on how well we draw. Flower Selecting. We got the Cram in the hand. Don't have a Choice Belt quite yet, so we can't KO this Palkia. But even if we just hit it really hard, we can follow up with like a Sableye KO on the next turn or something like that. And really put ourselves in a commanding spot from here. Or I would hope so. We'll see. Star Portal happening. Loading up Palkia. Okay, so we don't have to worry about Manaphy anymore. Probably not going to net it out of play, but no more threat of the Greninja is just makes things so much easier. It makes things so much easier not having to worry about the stupid Greninja. All right. Swelled, sure, that's Swell. Gonna send up the Comfey to begin with, of course. Our turn is a Choice Belt. Start with that Flower Selecting. Scoop Up Net versus Pokegear. A lot of our supporters are on the bottom of the deck. But we've got a couple left. Got the Marnies and some other stuff, so I'm gonna go with that. Switch cart. Another Flower Selecting. Choice Belt versus Fall Crystal. Fall Crystal leads to Sableye, which leads to cool plays. The Choice Belt, not as cool. So I'm gonna go like this. I could regret this, to be honest. And I will Pokegear. And we got a Marnie. Perfect. So we got like 130 left. I don't really need to put the Choice Belt here, but it would guarantee the knockout as opposed to getting like another Articuno. I think I am going to Choice Belt here and then go ahead and hit him with a Marnie. Not a very good draw, to be honest, but once again, more Flower Selectings coming on the next turn, and we will get 2 prize cards from this KO with this Spit Innocently, knocking out this Palkia. So we'll get 2 prize cards here as well, so we're kind of chilling with that. They did put, one thing to note here, and look for this play, when you play up against the Palkia players, they put a Water Energy there, which generally means they play Raihan. So if you're ever in a situation where you're up against a Palkia deck, and you're like, should I play around Raihan here? Did they put a Water Energy on their Greninja after they use their V-Star ability? If they do, they probably play Raihan. Now, they could still, even if they don't play Raihan, they could like Melanie here to attack, plus attach to the Greninja this turn. That is a play they could do. But it is still probably more likely. That's weird. They didn't recover the V-Star there. That's really bizarre. That's like super weird. It is more likely that they play it if they play it out like that. That's for sure. That's for sure. It is more likely that they play it like that if they play it out like that. So something to look out for when you guys are going up against these Palkia decks. Something to look out for sure. Next turn, we're going to look to use a Sableye. I think almost definitely. Going to try and Sableye. Knock out Drizzile or Sobble. Set up the Palkia. If we could like knock out a Sobble and put 6 on Palkia, and then do it again, knock out Sobble or Drizzile and put 3 more on Palkia, and then hit it with a Cramorant, or just use Charizard to close out the game. That would be awesome. And like knocking out the Drizziles and Sobbles does severely limit our opponent's options on their turn as well. Just grab an Irida there. For some reason, I thought they had access to a Melanie. Maybe because I was just talking about the Melanie play. But they're going to get a V-Star here. They're going to go ahead and get a Bucket as well. They'll be able to attack with this Palkia. We could focus the Palkia. We could make that our focus here. Just hit Palkia. But when they only have 1 Drizzile in play like this, it is so tempting to knock that thing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might not be able to get there, though. 7, 8, 9, 10. We do need to get to 10 in the Lost Zone. We'll probably need a Colress to actually make that happen. So if we can get a Colress, we can go for the Sableye play. If we don't get the Colress, can't go for the Sableye play. So we'll probably thin our deck pretty aggressively. Fall Crystal plus the Quick Ball here. Discarding a VIP pass. Go ahead and get ourselves... Well, if I whiff, I guess I could play the Fall Crystal for the energy and hold the Quick Ball, actually. And then we'll see what we draw and then decide from there. So I'm going to start with sending up the Comb because we net reset it. Our draw is garbage. All right, Fall Crystal going to thin out the energy. Sableye there. All in the deck. Flower Selecting. I'm going to go with the Fall Crystal. Yeah, taking away their only Drizzile in play, like I said, it's just so good. Can go ahead and do this. Grab the Sableye. How many Quick Ball do I have left? I'm going to Quick Ball away this. And I'm going to grab a Cramorant as well. Just get both out there. Looks like our second Sableye is prized. Maybe I am favoring just going with the Cram play here. Like, I'm thinking about it a little bit more. And the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, maybe we should just attack with Cram in the end. which definitely makes me regret playing this how I did, but... Whoa. All right, so we want the Charizard, we want the Cram, we want the Marnie. And then... How many net do I have left? Oh, I didn't mean to bench that quite yet. I have 2 net there. Checking 2 discards piles. I have 1 net left. Okay. Treat. Yeah, we're just gonna take a swing into this Palkia here. I don't really see why not. Let's go ahead and let's chunk this Palkia. I haven't had to use the Sableye yet, but it's on the back line. It's ready to go. If they go like double Sobble this turn or something, which they definitely could if they make this an Inteleon, and then net reset it, would definitely go with the Sableye KO. For sure. We're gonna go for that. Excuse me. I'm actually hoping that they end up with double Sobble in play. That'd be the dream for them to end up with double Sobble in play. So I'm excited for that to happen because I really want to KO 2 Sobbles. We can also bench the Cramorant, get that in play, get that established as well as an option on the following turn. So yeah, I'm hoping. Please, get the Inteleon, then reset your Inteleon, bench a Sobble. Bench another Sobble. Let me get at him with with my Sableye, please. Nothing more than I want nothing more than to use my Sableye this game. We're so close to being able to make it happen. It all comes down to if my opponent wants to give it to me, to be honest. But if they don't put Sobbles in play, they don't get to use Shady Dealings, which Shady Dealings is pretty good. And even at this point, I still think we could just go KO that Drizzile. Unfortunately, we can't KO the Drizzile and the Sobble. Another thing that Goon would give us the option of would be to KO Sobble and Drizzile on the same turn. That is pretty difficult. It would need Goon net. But if we don't burn too many nets in the early turns, that's not too outlandish to actually pull off. Especially if we can chain like Colress for like the first 3 turns of a game, which isn't too hard as well because we do burn through our deck pretty aggressively with this deck. But we'll see what my opponent ends up deciding to do. The Greninja is set up, so now I'm a little bit scared of like Cologne play from my opponent, to be honest. Now that's kind of in the back of my head. I'm like, do they play double Cross Switcher plus Cologne? Am I gonna get bodied by that here? I might. To be honest, I might. Okay. So it's looking like we're just gonna maybe go for the Cram knockout. Plus a Marnie would be pretty good for some disruption. I could also go with the Sableye play, like I was mentioning. KO Drizzile. Put like 1 on the active. And then maybe a couple on the Greninja. Make that a viable target to KO. Plus the Marnie. That is like a pretty good line of play, to be honest. I do kind of like that line of play. I KO'd this. Put 3 here. Looking at 100 there. I'm actually not sure how I want to play this. Like I'm scared of just like knocking out their active, which I can't even do actually right now. I am short. I think I want to go for this play. I'm going to go with... I should have sequenced this a little bit differently. Flower selecting. Definitely want the Psychic. Treat. Flower selecting. Definitely want the Fire. Ooh, although the Heavy Ball would have led me to another Sableye, to be honest. And I could have put... I would have access to my other Fire Energy. So I actually maybe misplayed there, I think. Should have kept the what's it called around for sure, I think. And I also misplayed this as well. I could have sent up this Comfey, used this one, then Escape Roped, and used this one after. So definitely a little bit of a misstep there from me on that as well. But I'm sending up the Sableye, attach, bunch of Cramorant as well, and then I'll play the Marnie. Don't have a ton of cards left in the deck. But hopefully just enough options left to close out this game. All right, lost mine. 8, 9. Want to bring this down by at least 1. That means Sableye can KO it. And other stuff can KO it as well. And then I don't like the threat of the Greninja. I think the Greninja is a pretty big threat, so we can put 1 there as well. And maybe 1 on the Drizzile. I don't know. We could have put 1 on the active as well. Charizard can KO the active though if we have... Actually, I don't even know if we have a choice belt left. 3 choice belt gone there. There's probably 1 in here as well. Yeah, I should have actually put 3 on the active, I think. That way the Charizard could KO the active. Now I might honestly struggle to draw my last couple prize cards. Because I don't have the Heavy Ball to get my Sableye. And my Charizard does not one-hit KO the active right now. At all. Not even close. So I could have put... 3 on the active. They KO my active. And then my Charizard could actually KO this Palkia. Now, my Charizard can't KO this Palkia. So maybe I got a little bit too cute with the Sableye play. Should have just played for the Cramorant hit. And then Sableye next turn KO'd this, KO'd something else. Held the Marnie, just gone with the Cramorant hit, knock out the KO. And Sableye comes in with Marnie, and we draw 3 prize cards, and then you need to draw 1 prize card after that. The Charizard could come in, or something like that from there to close out the game. Now I think we're definitely in a little bit of an awkward spot. Once again, I don't play stuff like Boss's Orders. Escape Rope here would draw me a prize card, though, which would be a pretty big deal. And if I can get access to my Sableye, this really makes me think I should have kept the Heavy Ball. Yeah, getting rid of the Heavy Ball was a pretty big mistake, to be honest, because that could have got me second Sableye, which basically would lock me up the game, I feel like. But by not going for the Heavy Ball there, I'm not able to get to my second Sableye, which is going to make things way more difficult at this point to be able to have a chance to close this out. Unless my opponent like misplays from here or something. I'm feeling like we're in a pretty tough spot, to be honest. There's the Roxanne. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's the only thing they search out here. I do need to move this Palkia to be able to attack this turn, though, which gives me a little bit of confidence in potentially being able to close this one out for sure. They either have to get the evolution and an energy. Well, they have the training course. They have to get the evolution. Yeah, but this I'm feeling okay now. I'm feeling okay. Escape Rope plus Comfy, a little bit less okay. But Escape Rope does give me a prize card, almost guaranteed. Yeah, Escape Rope does give me a prize card, almost guaranteed. And if they just whiff here, we just win. The Sableye will carry the game, no question. We'll just KO. Actually, I don't even know what I even KO, to be honest. We KO the Drizzile, and then put 4 on the active, or 3 on the active. 1 over there. Now I'm gonna KO the Sobble. Now I'm gonna KO the Sobble. Yeah, definitely be able to just Sableye again, I think. This almost like makes me want to play a third Sableye. Like the Sableye, once the Sableye like gets online, it's so good. Sableye is so good when it gets online. It's just hard to get there. And then if you lose one early to the, the unfortunate loss zone and stuff like that, it can get weird. So that kind of sucks when that happens as well. And that can happen for sure. Definitely can happen. You look at my resources one more time. They have the attachment active, but they have to hard retreat if they actually want to take a KO here. Hard retreat into the Palkia for the Palkia to get the KO. But we can return and knock this out with the Cramorant. And then maybe look for an Escape Rope play to win the game on that benched Greninja. There's a Subspace Swell. I can't Escape Rope here, though. Got to go ahead and hit that straight up. We do have... Oh, no. All my Articunos are... Oh, no, it has 120 HP. Oh, no, this is going to work out perfectly. We do 120 damage because of our Articuno. Even though I've gotten rid of a couple other Articunos. Okay, going to get the Pokegear. Or that. I almost don't want to use it yet, though. What do I have? 1 Colress left? I'm just going to wait. Swing for 120. And my opponent didn't bench the Sobble. I think they're afraid of doing that because they thought I could like Sableye again, which I potentially could have. Obviously, I couldn't because oh, it's my last prize card. Like I said, really regretting getting rid of that Heavy Ball. So my goal right now is Charizard. Yeah, Charizard will be able to win the game here. Attacks for free. That's why I really like the Charizard in the deck. It's just such a good endgame closer. You can set up knockouts with the Sableye on earlier turns. Sometimes you can just get big one-hit KOs with the Choice Belt. It does 280. Like, it just has so many ways to win games. Just super good. If my opponent does have another Scoop Up Net, though, we have Crams as well. Yes, our last. So Charizard is our only hope here. Charizard is it. That's all we have left is Charizard. But yeah, as long as they don't have another Scoop Up Net, Charizard's going to carry. And to be honest, if they don't have Melanie here, they also just can't attack with Palkia. So we just win anyways. Can't attack with Palkia. So despite my greedy early Sableye play, which I think was incorrect, we should have just killed that active Palkia and been content with that. But I was like, I really want to use Sableye here. It's really cool. Despite my early greedy play with Sableye, I think we are going to be able to just get the dub here. Yeah, that's a research. That is not the other thing that I was scared of. It's not that. That's for sure. So I think we win. I don't see what play. They can still get like double cross switcher up my Articuno, which does have 2 retreat cost. Then canceling Cologne. Attack with Greninja. Moonlight Sugar and KO both Comfies. Oh no, they have to bring up the Manaphy. And then I should retreat the Manaphy with the Fire Energy, or I could Training Court. So I would have to specifically bring that up. I Echoing Horn, another Cram into play. So that does limit my attacking options, but I do have the Escape Rope in hand, which is all we need to KO the Radiant Greninja on the bench. So they were trying super hard to limit my options of what I could attack on this turn, but they weren't quite able to do it. I mean, they could still Scoop Up Net plus attach active, but nope, that's the pass. Yeah, my opponent tried really hard to limit my options. The Escape Rope will shut it down, though. Spit Innocently. Once again, the Articuno coming in clutch with a little bit of extra damage. Yeah, when you combo the extra damage from the Articuno with the damage spread of the Sableye, it just all adds up at the end of games like that. Just right there, we put 1 damage on the Greninja, put it in range for the Cramorant to be able to get the KO with the one of Articuno. And yeah, insane deck. The deck is crazy. This is by far my favorite deck, I think, from the new format so far. A lot of decks to try out still, though. Definitely recommend this one. If you guys want to catch some more gameplay from me with this one, check out our YouTube channel, AzulGG2, and catch some more content from me on the live stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.